the dictation of the Requiem by the dying Mozart seems to me to overturn every piece of wisdom I was ever told. The words are in themselves not particularly interesting. They don't even look as if they're a movie script. They look as if they are, they will never play. They're sort of dull, C sharp, E flat, bar 14, this, that, the other. It's several pages of musical direction. One guy's in bed and the other is writing at the end. And nobody moves.
It's a very daring thing to do, to have a whole sequence where composers are dictating music to each other. And they had set us up before we started filming with Neville Mariner and his assistant, and they had them do the scene for us to give us an idea of what real musicians would be like. And forgive me, Neville, it was awful. It was awful because, they're not actors.
Any film school would tell you this is not movie.
Come, let's begin.
We ended in F major.
Yes?
So, now, A minor.
There's one sequence early on in the scene where Mozart is fairly delirious and trying to find the phrase that he's looking for in the dictation.
A minor.
Yes. Confutatis. A minor.
In reality, what happened on that day is there's a little John Strauss is sitting in the corner pressing the buttons on a little cassette player. We have little hearing aids in our ears which are playing in a kind of AM radio way the musical phrase so that we can be on the tempo and on the pitch, that when all the music gets laid in afterwards, that it's there. And there was some mishap, so there's a moment where me, the actor, I'm genuinely lost. But because of the kind of trust and connection that we have, the whole sequence is in the film.
A minor.
Start with the voices. Basses first. Second beat of the first...
Time?
Common time. Second beat of the first measure.
There were 2 cameras set up so that we didn't have to worry about overlapping, and it was as though we were in the theater. And most of that is improvisational because he was very, very acting as though he were very sick at the time, and consequently he began to lose certain things, and I would guide him, actually, at times. He would get lost and I would help him. It was a real symphony between the two of us, a real duet.
Later on in the scene, I don't know that I ever talked to Murray about this, but I would skip information.
First bassoon, tenor trombones, with the tenors.
I would leave out information that I knew he needed to go to the next place.
You go too fast.
Do you have it?
You go too fast.
Do you have it?
First bassoon, tenor trombone, what?
With the tenors.
So he'd have to stop me,
Identical?
and that Salieri would seem like he just wasn't quite smart enough.
Now, trumpets and timpani, trumpets in D.
No.
Listen to me.
I don't understand.
Listen.
So that kind of playing that you can do because there were cameras on both of us and also because of a superb partnership between 2 players.
It's